Hey you guys, 2018 Paul Robin X here, or some call me Tango, coming at you with another tutorial. Today we're going to be going over how to take off and land the F-111A. This aircraft introduces many challenges that other aircraft in Gunship 3 do not. In fact, I would rate this aircraft as the hardest aircraft to land in the entire game. The reason this aircraft is so hard to fly is its high gross weights, long, low fuselage, and the high dashboard in the cockpit. These all contribute to make the aircraft very hard to fly. Let's taxi over to runway 33 and take off. This takeoff wasn't necessarily perfect, but it works. Let the aircraft's speed get up to about 200 knots, slowly pitch the nose back, and let the aircraft take itself off the ground. After this, raise the gear. I like to reduce the power, this way I decrease my fuel burn rate, which will increase the range of my aircraft. Right now we're going to make our turn departure to crosswind for runway 33. Now we're going to be making our turn from our crosswind to our downwind for runway 33. Once again, you guys, I am going to land this aircraft with a pretty much full load of fuel and a full bomb load, which will increase the landing distance. The landing distance on your aircraft whenever you land will probably be much shorter due to a decrease in gross weight. Right now I'm going a little fast, so I'm going to pull the power back and try and decrease that airspeed. Now we're going to be making our turn from downwind to base. Pretty soon I will be lowering my landing gear and landing flaps in order to make the approach into runway 33 at Nacon. Once again, you might notice that I'm much higher than I would be in the F-105 or honestly in any other aircraft, mainly because of that high dashboard. Trying to keep myself high so that I come in at a steeper angle of attack. This way I can see the runway for the maximum amount of time. Try and land the aircraft a little less than 200 knots. That should put you for a nice landing. As you can tell, I'm making a rather steep approach into the airport here, trying to maintain visual contact as long as I can with the actual runway. Whenever you're sure you're over the runway, drop the power out completely to 0% and let the aircraft land. Once again, keep the nose up just like I did in the F-105 video. This will induce aerodynamic drag. Let's try and get it over to the center line here. Once again, the aircraft is at max gross weight, so the airplane is going to stop very close to the end of the runway. But it still stops. Okay, so you might be wondering, does a high-angle attack work in real life? And do real-world pilots do this? The answer is yes. If you ever go out to an airport and watch aircraft land, you'll always notice that their nose wheel touch the ground after their main wheels do, unless it's a very bad landing. A pretty simple experiment to validate this is if you take a butter knife and run it under a running faucet, putting the thin side towards the running water, you'll notice that the water is not really disturbed and that the water flows freely past the knife. But if you change the angle of the knife in relation to the water, you'll realize a disturbance and that the water will be deflected in a different direction. If you hold the knife with the same amount of pressure, you'll notice that the knife will go down. This is because of the drag created by the water. Thank you guys for watching. This is 2018 Paul Robin X or Tango. Comment, rate, and subscribe.